The pickup truck is the most versatile vehicle ever designed, but it has recently become the most misunderstood. What used to be a simple agricultural tool has morphed into a luxury status symbol, a family hauler, and a mobile office all at once. This shift has made buying and owning a truck more confusing than ever before. Whether you're staring at a showroom floor or browsing used listings, you need to look past the marketing and understand the machine for what it actually is. This is the roadmap to finding a truck that serves your life, rather than one that just drains your bank account. This guide condenses practical experience and the key facts you really need to decide confidently. Size versus utility. Everything starts with the footprint. Most people walk onto a lot and immediately gravitate toward the biggest, most aggressive-looking machine they can find. But in the world of trucks, bigger isn't always better. It's just heavier and more expensive. If you live in a city or a typical suburb, a mid-sized truck is often the smartest choice. They are agile enough to park at the grocery store and sit low enough that you don't need a ladder just to reach your gear in the bed. However, if your life involves regularly towing a boat or hauling a full crew in comfort, you move into the half-ton full-size category. This is the sweet spot of the American market, offering car-like interiors with genuine utility. But you have to be careful not to fall into the heavy-duty trap. Unless you're pulling over 10,000 pounds on a weekly basis, these trucks are industrial tools you probably don't want to live with every day. Their stiff suspensions are designed to carry weight when the bed is empty. They will punish your back on every pothole. And their specialized maintenance costs are in a completely different league. You should always buy for what you do every day, not for the one extreme task you might perform once a year. Mechanical simplicity. Once you know the size, you have to choose the heart of the machine, and the engine market has changed drastically. Today, complexity is the new enemy of longevity. A naturally aspirated engine, one without turbochargers, remains the king of long-term predictability. These engines aren't stressed to their absolute limits. They handle heat and high mileage better than almost anything else because they have fewer points of failure. On the other hand, modern turbocharged engines offer incredible power on paper, but they are high-strung. If you choose a turbo, you're committing to a strict, non-negotiable maintenance schedule. If you get lazy with oil changes in a turbocharged truck, the heat will eventually cook the bearings, and the repair bills will be catastrophic. And then there's diesel. It's the gold standard for heavy towing, but it comes with a modern warning. Today's diesel engines are wrapped in incredibly delicate emission systems. They need long, hot highway runs to stay clean. If your daily commute is just 5 minutes to the office, a modern diesel will eventually clog its own filters, leading to a multi-thousand-dollar headache that no warranty will fully cover. Payload versus towing. But even the strongest engine can't save you. If you don't understand the math of weight, most people obsess over towing capacity, but in reality, the number that will actually fail you first is payload. Towing is what you pull, but payload is what the truck actually carries on its back. And that weight sits directly over your axles. This includes your passengers, your tools, your fuel, and even the heavy weight that a trailer presses down onto the hitch. Most trucks hit their suspension and tire limits long before the engine runs out of pulling power. If you overload a truck's payload, you aren't just wearing out the springs. You're making the vehicle dangerous to steer and nearly impossible to stop in an emergency. Never trust the glossy brochure. Always look at the yellow sticker inside the driver's door for the true mechanical limits of that specific vehicle. Driver ergonomics. A truck is a tool, but it's also a space where you spend a significant portion of your life. This is where daily ergonomics become more important than peak horsepower. Pay attention to the step-in height. If entering the cab feels like a workout every single time, you'll grow to resent it within a month. Look at the bed rails as well. Modern trucks have grown so tall that many owners can no longer reach over the side to grab a bag of groceries. If the bed is functionally useless without a ladder, it's a burden, not a tool. Inside the cab, the battle today is between screens and buttons. In a work vehicle, physical knobs for volume and climate control aren't just old school. They are a safety requirement. You can operate them by feel, while keeping your eyes on the road. Tech should assist you, but it shouldn't be a digital barrier between you and the driving experience. Long-term costs. This leads us to the reality check. The cost of keeping a truck on the road. It's a mistake to think a truck costs the same to run as a sedan. Tires are larger and more expensive. Brakes wear faster because they are stopping 3 tons of moving steel. Insurance, registration, and occasional specialized services also add up faster on heavier trucks, so factor those into your running costs. But the most critical factor is the frame. Because trucks are often used in harsh conditions, they are prone to corrosion. If you're buying used, the frame is the only thing you can't easily or affordably fix. Surface rust is a fact of life, but deep, scaly pitting on the frame rails is a death sentence. Always get a flashlight and look underneath. A clean engine and a rotting frame is just a very expensive pile of scrap metal waiting to happen. The buying strategy. So, how do you actually buy one without getting burned? New trucks offer a warranty, but the depreciation is brutal. You can lose 10 or 20% of your investment the moment you drive off the lot. The sweet spot for most savvy buyers is a truck between 4 and 7 years old. By this time, the initial massive drop in value has already occurred, and the long-term reliability of that specific model year is well documented. You aren't guessing anymore. Avoid the first year of any total redesign. Let someone else be the manufacturer's unpaid test pilot for those inevitable first-year bugs. Also, check owner forums and recall histories. Real users reveal recurring issues long before marketing admits them, and always test drive with the load you plan to carry, if possible. Utility over image. Ultimately, a pickup truck should be a partner that makes your life easier, not a source of financial stress or mechanical anxiety. The best truck isn't the one with the most chrome or the biggest lift kit. It's the one that fits comfortably in your garage, stays out of the repair shop, and handles the work you actually do every day without complaining. Keep a simple maintenance log from day one. Service history not only preserves the truck, but also preserves your resale value. Choose based on your real life, not the image you want to project. Understand the mechanics, respect the maintenance, and your truck will serve you faithfully for decades to come.